And we're ready to go. It's John Williams and Tony Newman out in front as the field heading into turn number 1 and number 2. John Williams, Tony Newman leading them around on this 3/8 of a mile Claybank Racing Oval. Car number 91, Bob Gillette out of Carville, Georgia, having some problems with that machine. So the field heading off turn number 4 and down on the front straightaway. As a green flag going down, hey, we get a good start, and John Williams jumping out with about a car length lead out in front of Tony Newman. Then comes Larry Bryant, Tom Darby, and the number 17 of Kenny Johnson. Here comes John Williams in car number 10, number 95. That is Gary Murdoch out of Woodstock, Georgia, up into that position as the field heading off turn number 2 and down on the back straightaway. As John Williams and Tony Newman getting a little bit of breathing room down on the back straightaway. As Tony Newman bringing the number 1 car down on the bottom, and he is going to be your first, he's going to be your new leader on lap number 2. As number 83 car, he's got problems, as we've got one headed in the wrong direction over on the back straightaway. That is Frank Cochran out of white. Bob Gillette in car number 91. He has got some problems with that machine. As Tony Newman mashes the go pedal. And we're back to racing green here at Dixie Speedway. Tom Darby out of Waleska, Georgia, going down to the bottom end of the racetrack as he tries to find something down there, but to no avail as they're coming up on Bob Gillette down there in turn number 4. As Bob, he's got some problems with that race car. Ray McNeese and Spence Racklin, respectively, trying to move on up the ladder as Russell Crowe, Michael Brewer, along with Greg Davis, everybody jockeying for positions down on the back straightaway. As Larry Bryant out of Rome, Georgia, the Brian McWhorter, attorney at law car, moves up into the 4th spot as they continue to work around lap traffic. They're 3 wide down on the back straightaway. Murdoch, he bobbles a bit, but enough to get around the number 4 car. This caution flag going to come out as we've got some problems here on the front straightaway. Caution flag. But right now, we need all the drivers in the late model category. Jumbo, we need those cars into the staging lane. Let's get them rolling. So the field now coming together down in turn number 1. Everybody building up a little bit of speed momentum as they hit down into turn number 3. As Murdoch on the high side in the number 95. That's Gary Murdoch out of Woodstock, Georgia. So Tony Newman still the man calling the shots down the backside is number 83 car. He backs her up against the outside retaining wall. The caution flag now going to be displayed as Tony Newman runs into the back of the number 77 car of Frank Cochran. All right, we're going back to green as Tony Newman. Late models to stage, late models to stage. You're coming up next. As Tom Darby out of Waleska, Georgia, looks like he and John Williams trading a little bit of paint. Here come Murdoch in the number 95 car, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars that have... Back to green we go as Murdoch coming back out of the speedway. He'll more or less have to tag the tail his late models when you're parked over on the backside. Gentlemen, you need to get those race cars lined up on the backside accordingly. as we are going to green is Tony Newman, bringing him off turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Tom Darby out of one Georgia, breathing down his neck as he heads into the corner. Spence Rackley out of Dallas, Georgia, in the blue number 74 car. Slowly but surely trying to reel him on in as he heads into turn number 3 and number 4. As Spence is now settling into that number 6 position behind Larry Bryant. But here comes Kenny Johnson out of Cumming, Georgia, up on the high side as they're coming off turn number 2 and down on the back straightaway. Michael Brewer, he's up there. Ray McNeese, here comes Russell Crowe, Scott Pilcher. Everybody wheeling and dealing as Buck Simmons, the legendary Buck Simmons, making his way into the staging lane. Late models, you're about 6 laps away from your hot lap session. And car number 22 of Michael Brewer. So, caution going to be put up, and the green flag going to wave for Tony Newman out of Georgia, out of Lilburn, who mashes a go pedal, and they're going real quick down on the back straightaway. Kenny Johnson, he and Larry Bryant trade a little bit of paint coming off turn number 2. I think Larry, for some reason, that race car not exactly working the way it should as the field coming across the start and finish line here at Dixie Speedway. John Williams in the number 57 car. Really working hard along with Gary Murdoch. As Tom Darby is being pushed back into the 4th spot, Spence Rackley, Kenny Johnson bringing them on in as late models in the pit area, and Larry Bryant looping it down there in the corner. And the caution flag going to come out for the Brian McWhorter, attorney at law car. And Tom Darby, he got problems with that car. Back to green we go as Tony Newman now beginning to feel the heat from Gary Murdoch over on the back straightaway. John Williams right up there as you got 3 hot cars all together coming off turn number 4 with just about 3 laps to go. The drivers have already surpassed their required time limit, but letting them go on as Murdoch rim rides his way off turn number 2. He falls back to 3rd slot right in front of Spence Rackley as we are 2 laps away from pay dirt for number 1 car of Tony Newman. Newman will come around. Hey, he'll take the white flag, 1 to go as he leads them across the start-finish line. Now John Williams getting rejuvenated into turn number 1 and number 2, trying to starve off Murdoch and Rackley as Ray McNeese doing a complete 360 down on the back straightaway, losing a lot of spots, but hey, Tony Newman taking the checkers. John Williams, Murdoch, Rackley, and Kenny Johnson rounding out the top 5 on our Coca-Cola scoreboard over in turn number 3 here tonight at Dixie Speedway. As late flag, 1 to go as he leads them across the start-finish line. Now John Williams getting rejuvenated into turn number 1 and number 2, trying to starve off Murdoch and Rackley as Ray McNeese doing a complete 360 down on the back straightaway, losing a lot of spots, but hey, Tony Newman taking the checkers. John Williams, Murdoch, Rackley,